Hi everyone, I want to welcome new people to my channel. I hope you will enjoy this video and watch it all the way through. So, a little about myself. I have an online jewelry store. I create the custom beautiful one-of-the-kind jewelry. And today we're going to create some garnet earrings. They're gonna be a chandelier style. So this beautiful color, dark wine red, dangling earrings. But before I do that, I want to talk a little bit about myself and my journey that led to me having my own online store. So, about 3 years ago, I was a 38-year-old physical healthy woman, enjoyed the paddle boarding, walking, hikes, all of the things that you would enjoy at the young woman age. And then I started to have a slew of health issues, and it was one thing after another, a domino effect. So, long story short, 3 years in, I got diagnosed with a whole bunch of the health problems, and including the autoimmune disorder, dizziness disorder, functional neurological disorder, hearing loss. And then on top of it, of course, I had mental issues because I was in so much pain. It took 3 years to get the diagnosis. I've been poked and probed, so many tests, so many doctors. Nobody knew what was happening. And I had to deal on top of it. Of course, I couldn't work because of the disabilities. So I had to deal with, hey, what I'm gonna do for rent, how I'm gonna pay for apartments, where I'm gonna live, like what's gonna happen in life. There was so much instability, and life was so unpredictable that I ended up with depression and anxiety and panic attacks. And on top of it, I had the traumas from my earlier years that I also got diagnosed with a post-traumatic stress disorder. So having all of that happen to me, I started making jewelry. And I always had a knack for interior design. I always loved decorating. I always loved creating new things. I was always big in art in general and just always loved art. And even though my career was in something totally different when I had an ability to work, I retained that love for creating process itself. So I started making jewelry, like I said before. It wasn't just to sell it because my initial thought wasn't selling it. It was, for me, it was the way to ground myself. It was the way to distress, and it was a therapy for me, because when I was doing the jewelry, like, I could just focus on that and leave all of that noise in my head behind, that voice in my head behind that was just constantly making me anxious, reminding me of all of these trials and all of my worries and anxieties, and just dive straight in, head forward into the process. And that entire time I was creating, just be so enveloped in it and enjoying it so much, loving it so much, that it became the way for me to ground myself and to really help myself with the mental stuff that I had going on. So then I decided, hey, why don't I try to sell it? And I had quite a few people interested, and interest has kind of snowballed, where I started to sell several pieces. So I decided, you know what? I want to make this into my career in a way, like my what I do for a living. And I just felt right about it. There was so much, and there is still so much passion when I create my pieces. I absolutely love it, and I love that other women can wear it and they can feel confidence. They can feel beautiful. It can still help them step into their feminine energy and feel as divine goddesses as they really are. Because I know for myself, anytime I have a bad day, that just one piece of jewelry that can finish my whole outfit can make my day. I feel sexy, I feel gorgeous, I feel confident. I walked into the room with my head held high. And if I can just give that feeling to other women, it would be the most rewarding, amazing thing there is, and such a profound experience for me. So here I am now making my own jewelry. I have my own online web store. I hope you guys check it out. It is included in my YouTube channel. I just love what I do. I feel so much passion about it, and I feel so much determination to make this into jewelry that people will recognize and the brand name that people will know and people will love. And I hope they know how appreciative I am of everyone who's buying my jewelry, how I put a little piece of myself in every creation. And I hope they love it, and I hope it gives them confidence boost, and I hope it will make them day and make them smile. And I'm very grateful to all of you guys for watching this channel. I hope you watched the video all the way through. And without further ado, let's start creating the earrings.